What's up? I'm Shadow. I turned into a cat. Yo guys, what's up? Shadow here. Welcome to Space Engineers. So, last time we finished our big ship, so to speak, and I'm running out of oxygen. Great start. And we put some thrusters on our station. Our big ship has some more thrusters now. It's all well and good. And now I think with this thingy we can go on mining missions without being afraid of ever being attacked. I hope, at least. What we want to do now, or what I want to do now, it's actually like a two-part goal. Because technically I would just love to build now a huge warship. Because that's the best thing, right? With jump drives, etc. So we can go to faraway planets. Like the red one, or maybe even the green one. Well, maybe we'll go to the moon first, but still. You know what I mean. But in order to be able to create a large ship like that, we need a welder. Right? So, that's what we're gonna build. We're gonna build a welding ship. At least that's the goal right now. So, let me just... see? Oh yeah, the patch just basically when I started the game, the patch was released at that exact moment, or at least that's exactly the moment they posted the patch notes. So I'm assuming I was right on time. Anyway, it's normal Thursday fixes, so nothing special there. But one thing I've seen, which I'm gonna test right now. Let me. Actually, it's not gonna be a large ship welder, right? We're gonna make a small one first. Let me just test something. Oh, yeah, okay. I see what they did. So, you see, before that, I was wondering if in the last few episodes that you could still see the welding sparks when you did that. They fixed that now. The thing is still running, but it's not pretending like it's welding, which is actually good, because now you can actually figure out if the block is like deformed or damaged. I mean, you can see on the right hand side with the components if it's damaged, but sometimes blocks are deformed and then you try to fix them like that. And now if they're absolutely fixed, there shouldn't be any more particles, which is nice. Right, so... let me see, what do we need for a welding ship? Obviously we need a cargo container. I think a medium one will be sufficient. Then we need conveyors, and this time we need the big ones. Because, well, because it's the ones that this kind of ship needs. Because the most components can only be transferred through big conveyors. So that's why. And then we of course need a welder. Maybe several. We shall see. And do we want to have this thing with batteries or with reactors? Maybe both. Although it will be a ship that lies around most of the time, and then every once in a while it will get used, so... I'm thinking solar panels and batteries right now, but we'll see. Right, so basically, we want some interior plates. There we go. Don't lose my ship. Well, it's not really a ship yet, but you know. Also, don't bump into it. So what we want to do right now is figure out basically how this is going to look. Let me just construct that real quick. 10 components, computer motor display. Components, computer motor display. Components, computer, motor, I think. Display. Yeah. Not sure if I have enough, but we'll see. We do. Alright. So, I think we'll do something like that. I want this ship to be, like, fairly big, you know? So we'll make it about maybe like that, and then put a junction in, and then several welders. Like, I think 3 of them might be a good start. I think once we then start to build the big spaceship, which is yet just a project in my mind, but I hope we will be able to start that very soon. I'm not sure if I should like make a design in my head first, or if I should just go with it, you know. Once we start actually, you know, welding and start to actually work on it, we will quickly see if our design actually works or not. So let's, you know, technically I don't need conveyor junctions, do I? I need just curved conveyors. And now, of course, ugh, that is annoying. Welder, grinder, there we go. So, you know, next to this save game, I've been playing in some other save games, as I do. And actually I started like one game with like 50 mods on it. Lots of like decorative mods, lots of weapons, different thrusters, different reactors. Especially like the, what's it called? XPAR modular energy. Because it makes reactor rooms so much more prettier. It gives you a bit more, well, how do you say that? A bit more... I'm looking for words again. Flexibility, I think is the right word, in construction. You know, you can make like big reactors and then small upgrades, small reactor, big upgrades. Oh fuck, I hate that. And yeah, I learned from you guys. We're cheating. Because this is faster than loading, going out of the game, setting it to creative, and then coming back in. I didn't know that this was in the game, so thanks for... I'm not quite sure who suggested it, but thanks for suggesting that. Since I spent most of my time in creative, I actually do not use the Space Master tool all that often. That's why I had no idea you could actually do that. It's not like fully creative mode. There's still some things that, well, it drains your like oxygen and stuff, but it actually doesn't kill you in the end. It drains your hydrogen, etc. But you cannot fly around like you want to. You know, it's kind of weird. It's a weird like pseudo creative mode, but it works, which is nice. Also, you can set like with the Space Master tool, you can do wonderful stuff, technically speaking. You can like set daytime and, you know, delete grids that are far away from you. It's quite useful. And yeah, I think it's more for admins actually, because it's basically something that an administrator would need to do every once in a while. You know, delete all the free floating ships that nobody uses, stuff like that. Right, so this will be like the welding part. So this is basically for what we're gonna use it. You know, if we have like big ship surfaces, we're just gonna take that and then start welding up and down. Maybe we'll add more welders if we notice that it's not enough power, you know. But yeah, right now that is enough. Right, now, cockpit. Going for this one. I like this cockpit for especially like work vessels like that. And I think I want to have it quite far in the front so I see exactly what I'm doing, you know? Let me get some glass. I think about 30 bulletproof glass, I think. Oh, there we go. Already lost its space again. There we go. So yeah, like this I will pretty much see exactly what's going on. That's nice. Right. I think we'll leave this part at the end here just for now. I do not want to like over design this, because this is like really very, very pure functionality in this craft. So we're gonna leave this back here so we can just plonk more containers down if we need it. So now we need like the functional blocks. I think one gyroscope might be enough. We need some computers. Computer! And I think we also need some of these. Because battery! There we go. Right, battery. Oh, actually we already have it here. Place it right here. 10 more. Wait, did it still continue to weld? I think they could fix that it stops welding here. You know? Like it actually did that a few patches ago, I think. Or am I mistaken? It told you you're missing X components and it stopped welding. I mean, that's keen for you, right? They fix the game, they update the game, they break the game. Basically, they're keeping themselves employed, don't they? But yeah, don't want to be too harsh on them. Even though sometimes it's really frustrating. You know, I especially noticed in the modded game that I'm playing right now with the tons of mods. A lot of mods are very outdated because the creators... Some of them don't have the time to update the mods. A lot of them are frustrated, and I really mean that, frustrated, because Keen breaks the mods over and over and over again, you know, and it's... I can understand the frustration, because that is annoying as hell. If you want to like make a mod and then every few weeks you need to update it, or at least every few months you need to update it again, and not just like small updates, because Keen had a history of basically completely breaking down features and like building them anew. And so you could not just fix your mod by doing a little changing, you know? You had to build it new from the ground up. And that is annoying as hell. And I think once the game is in a stable state where you can say, yeah, okay, now changes, new things will not influence the older mechanics anymore, then I can see the modding scene waking up again and growing. I mean, there's still a lot of people making genius mods, don't get me wrong, but there's also a lot of people who have made genius mods who don't make them anymore because, well, it's annoying. And I can understand that. I can understand that very well, actually. It's super annoying. But yeah, it's kind of sad because I'm a big fan of weapon mods, like different cannons, miniguns. There's like one I'm particularly a fan of. I think it's called Fletcher Armaments, which adds like World War I, II? I'm not sure which one, but like old German flags and stuff like that into the game, and it's really cool, especially for like planetary vehicles and stuff. You know, you can have these like anti-air vehicles with the flags in the back. I love it. I just love it. And you know, big battleship guns. I'm just a fan of that. So the problem is with that, a lot of these mods are outdated and have minor problems. Some of them have major problems. You know, like a lot of mods I have seen have the problem that fixed guns don't fire anymore. I'm not quite sure why that is. It's really weird. And some of them have weird animations. I saw one mod with where a Gatling gun, when you fired the Gatling gun, instead of the barrel spinning like that, it spun around the wrong axle and it basically spun the whole barrel like that. It looked super weird, but yeah. There we go. So let me see. What do we need? Solar panels. Some of that. That's actually not enough glass. At least need one more. There we go. Do we have solar panels? We have girders. Girders. Oh yeah, we have a shit ton of solar panels. Beautiful. There we go. Yeah, just some more solar panels needed, and then we need... Oh yeah, thrusters. Duh. Sometimes I completely forget, like, very vital components. I'll sit in my ship and be like, why doesn't it fly? Oh yeah, I don't have any thrusters. Or even worse, I will put in, like... Because that's like a process I normally do. I put in the basic thrusters, and then I already try the vessel to fly in each direction just to see what the workload is on the reactors, if it's enough, you know? And the worst thing that can happen is that this is mostly before I put in the gyroscope, because it's not needed at that point, you know? I will test in every direction, and then suddenly I'm like, shit, I forgot the direction, and I will like fly in one direction and I cannot stop because I don't have a gyroscope to spin, and I'm like, fuck! It's great. Right, speaking of thrusters, we'll have to put some on this baby. I'm not sure... Let me just put, like, a few thrusters... Oh, thank you. A few thrusters on it. I'm not quite sure if we put, like, a huge amount of... items into the cargo container if we will need more thrusters because of the weight. But I think that's a thing that we need to feel. Once we're in the ship, we'll pretty quickly we'll notice if it's good or not. So let's just put some thrusters on the ship. Small ones should be enough, and then we'll see. Let's do 2 in this direction. I think thruster damage, this should be more than enough distance to not be dangerous. And then I have one downward thruster, like... I just wanted to delete the block with right click, because I played a lot of creative again lately. Oh yeah, thruster components. Da-da-da. Lots of them. Good thing we built so many of them. It's nice. Right, that's the upward thruster. Or, no, downwards. Upwards. Oh, large steel tubes. Yes, sir. The thing is, I have lately been reading an interesting site. I need to find it because I want to link it in the description, which deals with... basically, it's all about like scientific, not explanations, but scientific discussions around space travel and also space combat, as seen in science fiction. You know, they basically look at science fiction concepts of space travel, space fight, and then they analyze: would this be like suitable? Is this realistic or is it not? And how would it be realistic? And they also have like sections on ship design and such, and like one of the biggest thing is, why do ships, at least like in most sci-fi movies and with me as well if I build ships, why do ships have like a designated top side and bottom side? It doesn't make sense in space because you don't have gravity. It's absolutely non-important if that is the top side. But most ships of mine clearly have a top side or a bottom side, you know? Even with this thing. This is maybe a bit better example because it's symmetrical. Technically, it could also be like this. You know what I mean? But yeah, it's an interesting site. It's a lot. It's basically just text, some images as well, but it's a lot of text, and it's very scientific at that. There's a lot of like references to books and studies and shit like that. It's amazing, actually. if you have a lot of time on your hand to read, it's definitely worth a read. They cover like a wide variety of topics, you know, from the spaceship design, space combat, how that the notion, you know, that most sci-fi movies have, that space is like the ocean, so you have like, you know, ships like you would have in the Navy, which is absolutely idiotic, or that most space combat scenes are filmed like they're fighting with aircrafts in an atmosphere, you know, have these weird like aircraft turns, which, you know what I mean? Because in an atmosphere, if you turn, you would do it something like that, right? But in space, that's absolutely not how you would fight, right? You would always be, basically always have your, like, be trained on the enemy and then just move like that around it, you know? Because you could, you know what I mean? It's way different how you combat in space. So, yeah. I'll put that side in the description because I think it's very interesting. Right, so, back to our ship. I think all the basic functions are enabled, or in there. Let me just put a beacon on it. We don't really need an antenna. We're not going to fly far away with this thing. So a beacon is more than enough. There we go. Some spotlights. So we can actually see what we're doing. Where should we put them? I want to space them out a little bit. Don't like them if they are right behind the cockpit, or like glued to the cockpit. They should be spaced out a little bit, like that, for example. Oops, that's the wrong way around. Oy. Okay, that's still fixed. Nice. There we go. Something like that. Yes. Right. Now, I think... Oh, yeah, obviously. Duh, how could I forget? I forgot one of the most important things right now. Which is kinda dumb. Now I have to be very careful, but I think I can make this cut here, right here. I think, yeah, that's fine. Because we need, I think, yeah, this is alright. Construction, small tubes. Yes, we forgot a connector. Obviously, we don't want to load a shit ton of material onto this thing via connector. That's just not very feasible, is it? So, connector it is. See, I told you, I always forget, like, very important stuff. And now, we're gonna cut... Now I really need to be careful. But I think I can make all these cuts, because they're all connected. Solar panels are also connected. Yeah, okay, it's no problem. Right, conveyor. If we put a connector on top of here, is that alright? Will that work? I think it will. Yeah, I think that should be good. Computers. Where are the computers? Am I blind? Yeah, positively blind. There we go. Right. Let's hop in. Welder. Works. Nice. The workload on the thrusters is not too big right now. Good. Let's see, what else do we need? We need... I want this to be here, so I can see the status. I think everything else is fine. Right, so let's go to the connector, load up, and then we'll do like a test welding. We'll weld a light armor plate surface of like 3x3, something like that, just to see if it works. Ooh. Need to be a bit careful because I only have that many thrusters on here, so I don't fly into stuff. Wait, what? I'm pressing... Oh, there we go. I was saying I was pressing V and it didn't work. There we go. Docked. Now we'll get ourselves some steel plates, which we definitely should make some more of. I sense a severe lack of steel plates. There we go. Snatch that up. Now, we must, of course, lay down a an array of light armor blocks. So what did we say? 3x3, right? There we go. Right, now we need to approach carefully. That's the most difficult part, you know? Don't nudge the thing. Did I just nudge it? How far am I away? Oh, you know what? I have an idea, because as you see, I just nudged the thing and now it's flying off. I think I have an idea, a solution for this problem. Oh, damn. Alright. Let's make a new array of steel plates. Light armor blocks, I mean. Because this is gonna be a problem. So I need to be like... I need to be sure that that does not happen. So, let us employ a system with which we should be able to prevent such a thing. And thank the Lord Clang that this should be now not so hard, because it involves pistons. A few patches ago you would have called me crazy to work with pistons, I guess, but right now it is more or less safe. I mean, there's still sometimes instances where it can go horribly wrong. You know, if you push your luck. So yeah, basically I want to have pistons here on the side with landing gears attached, and then if I want to weld something, I basically just extend them so I can latch myself onto the thing and then weld the blocks, and then de-attach myself and then go on the next block, attach myself again. I think that's like the most clever solution, I guess. At least I cannot think of anything else right now. I mean, as soon as there are enough blocks on the ship, I will not be able to move it like that, probably. But still, like, in the beginning, it's very important. And I don't want to, like, activate the Space Master every 5 seconds, you know? So... of course, another steel tube. Have I run out of steel tubes? No, I did. Good! Alright. Now we need to configure these pistons. Let's see. maximum distance. I think that is the crux, so to speak. Alright, so actually we need to group them as well into pistons. Right. Right. Jesus, I need to... I had a little blackout there for just a second. I don't know why. Right. Now, where are my pistons? There are my pistons. So increase velocity and decrease velocity. Right? I think we need to extend it a little bit further. So let's grab the pistons. One meter. I think that should be good. Now let's see. And it should like automatically lock onto the grid. Oh, that's not good. That is clangy. Very clangy indeed. Alright, so at least I can now let it go. Let it go! Oh, I need to... Alright. Get the landing gears into a group as well. Grabbers. Now get the grabbers. Switch lock. Right, so... I need to decrease the range. Oh. Whoops, I took off my helmet like an idiot. I need to decrease the maximum distance of the piston a bit. 0.9 maybe? Let's see. Alright, let's weld the next row, shall we? Okay. Wait, I have an idea. Let me think about this. It's a bit awkward right now. Minimum distance, let's say 0.8. So now if I do this... Ah! Nice! Then get the next one. Pull it back. And out again. Kinda awkward, but it works. Why am I moving? I'm like slightly turning right now. Why is that? You see that? I'm slightly moving for some reason. Is that because clang? It's a bit, well, clunky. Maybe I need to find a better solution. You know, what I could do is I could remove these from the thing and make like a space anchor, like a little drone with engines on it and a landing gear, and then just attach that thing with a landing gear to the construction site, and basically it should anchor it in place. Would that work? I just need to put like enough thrusters on it. I think we should do that, because this is hella awkward, right? Yeah, not satisfied with this yet. This is not a finished project yet. Consider yourself not up to the task yet. Good thing these welders were not running, otherwise I would be dead now. But yeah, I think we should do that next time. Like, develop the Space Anchor 1.0. Something like that. So, it's gonna be a drone. Yeah, I think I know how this is gonna look. Alright, guys, thank you very much for watching. I've been Shadow. I'll see you next time. Take care.